half a day and he's lubing her.
Oh, this one was in soybeans, so Jordan said he hadn't greased it once. So. All right, I'll grease it for you.
I like to call them booby traps.
Nothing will make a road ditch more smooth and level than a 100,000 pound 2598. Take a look at these ears.
It's a winner. It's a winner.
He missed one. Oh yeah, we got corn now. Good morning. Day 2, first full day of corn harvest. Greasing, fueling. Look at this guy. Maintenancing?
Oh yeah.
Day 1, half a day and he's lubing her.
Oh, this one was in soybeans, so Jordan said he hadn't greased it once. So. All right, I'll grease it for you.
Okay, we gotta grease our snap rollers. Right here, there's some zerks. His head's settled, so I don't know, this combine's head likes to settle overnight. Fueling and deffing. Where are all the zerks on this one? I can't see a thing. Sun in my eyes. I thought there was 3 zerks on this thing. I found it. I found it. Take a look at these ears. No wonder that it's 80 bushel. Morning, Brody. Morning. Are we ready? I think we're ready. Fuel, oil, grease. Check mark, check mark, check mark. Our drivers are ready too. Slamming his coffee. Beautiful morning. Absolutely gorgeous morning. Nothing will make a road ditch more smooth and level than a 100,000 pound 2598. Look at that. So we kept trucks out of the road, and actually carts just came up the shoulder of the road ditch and we're able to hit them. That's why we like the 2598. The 98 series versus the 96 series is the unload auger is like 2 or 3 feet longer, something like that. Don't quote me exactly, but it's longer so they can reach up on the road better.
Morning. This morning is the day. We tried to do it last night, but things got way out of control. Not enough people, not enough time. We were working on the dryer instead. And once again, I apologize for not carrying the camera on day 1 of corn harvest, but I had all I could do to keep my head from flying off of my body. So today we'll try to do better. We're setting on the 5200 sulfur, and it's looking like it's running pretty good. That's the new 25 footer, and I believe the one that we went past with the John Deere pulling it, it is the 22 footer. I gotta go. Radio's screaming. So we've had our first, I like to call them booby traps. When things happen, nobody understands why they happen, and all of a sudden things just don't work. They quit working. So we've got what we call a gear keeper. One of these things, you simply grab the mic and it pulls it back up. Well, the gear keeper got swinging like it did, and Case IH, they have a switch up on the top side of the cab that locks your hydraulic remotes out for whatever reason. Safety, I guess, so that when you're going down the road, you push the button that locks your remotes so they do not respond if you touch them by accident, lowering the implement. Well, that got hit, lost all ability to raise and lower the machine. That took 10 minutes to figure out what's going on, till I looked up and seen, oh, there's a light on. I'll be darned. Okay, back to the Salford. The new blades are doing what new blades do. They are cutting in very nicely. A lot better than the other machine that has a few acres on it. We're going about 5 inches deep with the new machine, and it's able to do that because of the moist conditions. Otherwise, we've got it set pretty nice and level. I don't know why we're going around in circle, but I guess we're going around in circle today. Circle tillage. Other points of the machine, we do have the hydraulic baskets on this one, but we are not going to use them again, just because that's the way we like to leave it. It's a little rougher. With our hand motions, I could tell that he done the circle to see if it's running level, which it was. So that was the reason why we done a circle there, just to drive with it and check the levelness. Levelness meaning forward to back, and the wings being level with the main frame. As you can see, it's really covering nicely. Okay, I have back over on the John Deere tractor in the 22-foot 5200 Salford, and I lowered it a little bit. We were knocking down spoil with it from the scraper. So it's a non-stop, I don't know, adjust here, adjust there until you're finally happy with what you got. Now I got to get out and dig a little bit, and then we'll see what we settle on. So hang tight. So yeah, don't stick your fingers in there. That's how you adjust the depth on this machine. Loosen this here wing nut, screw this in or out depending on. And then when you lower the implement, as I'm going to watch, that just it pokes that little thing back in and out, and it shuts the hydraulics off. Just like that. Okay, let's try that. Your baskets are needing to be raised again. Yeah, before we reset this whole machine, we should maybe get done with the spoil stuff and all that good stuff. So once again, the 5200 is the machine for us in corn stubble. You can see that it does quite well. I don't know if you can see the streak there, but we are raising for a drainage ditch there because this thing does carry a lot of dirt with it. As you cross ditches, you always want to raise up, any way we do, raise up so you don't fill the ditch up with dirt. And then when you're done with the field, you can go with the ditch on each side of the ditch to do a nice job and complete the tillage project. It's a winner. It's a winner.
All right, so we got the field opened up. Brody had some trouble with his broken picker snout. He's unable to combine with his snout on the outside. The grass hooked it, bent it even more. So I think Gene and Lily are gonna go on a parts run and get us a new snout. Anyways, this is only 42 acres on this side of the ditch. But what I wanna show you here, see all them white lines? That's tile lines under the ground. See the end right there? Look at the difference on that. So here's a little better map, but you can see that tile, and then the tile runs that way, versus no tile down here. It's like 130 bushel corn versus 200 bushel corn. It's absolutely insane what tile has done this year. Even this is pretty rough down here. That's where the tile outlets, and I don't think it could flow out because this ditch was so high. But yeah, there's tile here, there's tile there, and then that's all tile. It's unbelievable, actually. There's a really good view of it. There's some lines, there's some lines. That's a big washout, that red part there, and a big side hill. But look at that. That's up there is where it ends. Yeah, that Jordan named himself Daddy for some reason. I guess. And I've been named half a star again. What? I don't know where that comes from, but apparently that's what my rating is. Well, just like that, we've wiped out our first 40 acres, roughly. It's 10 o'clock. Off to a good start. Time to move. All right, we were told to, since we were in the area, to jump in this field here and see what the moisture was. Looks like, I'm thinking we're gonna be staying here. It was the outside pass, that's typically drier, but I'm thinking it's gonna be around 18%, which is good. I wanna look at my sample, I wanna look at the ground because we're actually in some good corn here. Wow. That's nice. Very few cobs. Very few breaks. Satisfied. Satisfied. Mad concaves. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna get down, look at the cob size. We're set at 18, but we're in like 120 bushel corn in a lot of areas. So this was pretty much 180 to 210 this whole half mile. So I'm speculating the cob size is rounder so we could open up, because there is a few of that, which indicates over grinding. Just have it too tight, breaking up the cobs, creating more little chunks. They should make a ladder up this thing. Why not? I like to look in there. A better ladder than this, though. Yeah, they're a lot bigger. Breaking them, I think we're too tight, maybe too fast. So when you start seeing chunks like that out of them, like obviously the chopper's hitting them too, but you start seeing little chunks like that, and probably that, it's a good indication that they're not coming out whole. You kind of want them to come out whole, but the chopper kind of screws with them too. How are they? They're kind of rubbery still. They're coming out in pieces though. Just tons of pieces. We're way too fast and way too tight. One. Oh yeah, we got corn now. Thank God. I was starting to think we were gonna have a half a bend site full, and we very well still could, but that's a cob. That's a cob. You got lots of cobs in your tank. We'll have to play it by variability out here, but how was your pass? Good corn?
Yeah.
How can we be a mile away from the last field and it be actually good?
Oh, so much for a clean bend site. And I believe I'm going to redo what I did a few days ago. We have made these rubber mats with 6-inch holes to cut down on splashing as you drive on top of the steel grate. Soybeans especially like to bounce and roll around and make it very slippery to walk on, because soybeans are like marbles. but corn isn't so slippery, but it's very messy, and to cut down on sweeping, we have made them. It helps. It don't eliminate it, but it does help. And I did go ahead and zip tie these back down to the grate because, well, they were all broke off. For you young guys, some of the guys that don't drive truck a lot, air brakes on a semi are all different than a vehicle. Just because you push the brakes in to release them does not mean the brakes are fully off. It takes 2 or 3 seconds. You can hear it when the brakes or when the air is going through all the valves in the cab. If you can hear it, they are not released totally. They are still releasing. When you hear the air stop or equalize, that is when you can take off. Long story short, those mats get ripped off because, well, sometimes people try to take off before the brakes are released on the trailer, and the trailer brakes are sliding, and then they get up on the rubber mat, tearing the zip tie off. So for you guys that don't know or are in too much of a hurry, just sit there for a couple 3 seconds, let the air get to the brakes, releasing them, and then you can move. There. Hopefully some of you guys just learned something. To me, well, I'm pretty old now, and I shouldn't say that because, well, I've learned the hard way. Let's just say that. And the dryers. Oh, the dryers. Let's see. I'm having my usual startup issues with the burner not wanting to ignite, and this morning we blew by the high limit. So usually you get 1 or 2 chances to start the burner. If you don't get it on the second try, the third try usually is not good. So stay tuned.
Definitely got some cobs, but like I say, I think that's due to it being a little tight. Otherwise, it looks pretty decent. Well, you got lots of room in the back unless it's filling towards the front. Okay, good. Hey, there's Jean. She's got your picker snout.
I added up some Orton.
You're fine.
Good to go. Okay, 10-4.
All right, we're up to 2 snouts now. I just did one an hour ago, so Gene got here with the snout and turned around to go pick up the last one that they have. Very irritating. So what we're going to do to avoid this problem, I talked to Randy Nespin. He's ran Geringhoffs for years. He said they want the deck plates to run at a like 22-degree angle. He said he tips them back on years like this, so like rolls the head back, try to level them snouts out. We might build a tool to adjust them because they're kind of difficult to turn by hand, and to do 24 of them would be a bugger. And I know Geringhoff, he showed me how to make the tool that slides on there and crank them up more, but we can't continue like this because those are $573 a piece. $1,000 sitting there on day 2. So that kind of irritated me for the day, but it happened, so it is what it is. Gotta fix what you wreck.
So the burner did ignite and stay lit with the second attempt. We were running 160-degree burner temp with 2,600 bushel an hour discharge. I am only running one dryer because the grain is coming in at 17 to 17.2. Field moisture is 17-ish% on our first couple fields this year. Well, I'm trying to get it to come out of the dryer at 15 to 15.5. There'll be some adjustments, and I don't know. I got a phone call in there because I've got a few questions. I can't remember exactly how to do a few things, but it is slowly coming back to me. But stay tuned for further updates.
We've hit a bump in the road. Looks like someone in a planter forgot to lock auto steer and planted at an angle through the field. So we're letting him peel them off so we can access the straight rows. It happens. It happens. I've done it myself. Oh, they're stacking up here. So, Brody's got to move a tile flag. He broke through right where there's a flag. But this field's extremely, well, I wouldn't say extreme, but it's kind of gooseneck here. I don't know if it's wind. I wanted to get out and look to see if it's a variety issue or if we got rootworms or if we had wind or what, but I don't know if you can tell. Rootworm, typically in the summertime you can see where they've been chewing on the roots, but that's a pretty poor root structure in general. I think that's a lot to do why our yields aren't the best. Someone comment below, do you see any rootworm activities here? That one kind of looks like he's been chewed. Very poor root structure. It's not broke off, it is just goosenecking. As you can see down the road, they're not all nice and straight. They're kind of tipping over. But this field is averaging over 200, right at about 204. Do you see anything?
I can't get the gumbo to fall off the roots.
So, what did we learn when we were on our big education meeting with the agronomy? Is that chewed off or is that broke off?
It's all fresh breaks on here from pulling it out. So I don't see any trouble. I don't know.
Crack it up to a mystery. Maybe the shade.
I've really been letting myself go is the problem.
Yeah, I see that.
Looks kind of whiskery.
My grain cart and my other combine left me in the dust while I was using the restroom. It was dusty in the restroom this time. Well, there's a wrap on the second field of the day. This was a 155 acre field. Nice square quarter, went really quick. We're heading south 1 mile to another perfectly square quarter. Same acres, we'll see how far we get on that. What was the yield of this one? This one, okay, we had channel out here that did dry 202, Pioneer 204 on a 94 day. So that did a little bit better, the Pioneer, but the Pioneer was 19.6 moisture and the channel was 18.2. So the channel is a little drier. All right, 100,000 pounds, load and a half. Off to the next one. $133,000, biggest load of the year. Well, nothing exciting or bad or good. Well, good, I guess. Nothing bad has happened. But yeah, nightfall is coming upon us. Beautiful evening, awfully cold out. Starting to get in the low 60s at night again. Just had supper. Really getting sick of sandwiches. Experienced the 2.5 day old one.
The sun don't reach weary eyes. Yeah, we work those fingers to the bone. Way out of town I go, try to save my soul, take what's left of this man. That's the price of the promised land.
I did it. Or I had done it. It's now dark outside, 8 o'clock at night. The east dryer's been running good all day. West one, we decided to start up maybe around 4 o'clock. Had them all set. Had this one in automation so that it was taking care of itself. We do not have one for this, so it's all manual. Just a lot of grain testing. You just gotta monitor it, but I just like this for evening time. It works out good, but this time it bit me. Grain leg is 5,000 bushel an hour. That takes it away from the dryer. Roof augers are supposedly, well, they're supposed to be 6,000. Right here it says, I've wrote it down, all roof augers are 10 inch and will do 6,000 bushel per hour. Except when the overload inside the electrical panel decides to trip and shuts the roof auger off. And I'm gonna be making a phone call tomorrow morning because that tripped off, which then the grain leg, the computer system, when the roof auger tripped off, that knew it, so then that went and shut down. Well, this is all new because we redid this summer, so I'm gonna have a hard time finding it, but yes, this one right here had tripped. So when that trips off, it will tell the grain leg to shut off, protecting that from filling up and backlegging and burning belts off of that. I can't do that and talk to you guys. So I guess moral of the story is me, never leave this building. As ridiculous as that sounds, I'd snuck away just for one semi. They called and said, could you jump in the last semi and come and bail us out? We're getting filled up, carts are full. So I thought, yeah, sure, I should be able to do that. Bad idea. Bad idea. Wet bin's getting full. They want to finish the field. Got another hour left. I don't know if that's going to happen. But long story short, Doug is going to stay in the grain shack until we're done drying corn. You remind me. With that, I'm going to check out for the night and start all over in the morning.
Well, there it is. Last dump of the night. We had a pretty good day. Less the picker snout issue, pretty good day. So it sounds like the wet bin is full, so if we had more, we would be shutting down anyways, and it is 9 o'clock, so good time to shut her down. We've got, what did we do, 2 quarters and then 40? So, yeah, excellent day, actually. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please subscribe, like this video, drop a comment. All help to boost the channel, and we truly appreciate it. Catch you guys next time.